doing the show, I like to check in with the co-host. I like to have them take center stage and talk about the things that matter to them. And I'm going to start with you first, Katie, because it's ladies first. How is your day going?
It's going good, very productive. Got a good schedule going, so everything's good. I'm blessed as always.
Perfect. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to you, Jamel.
Back
How
to
are
me.
things
Back
going for you today?
to Everything's great, blessed, highly favored. Always start the day off productive. Keep your mindset in a positive direction as well. That helps your day go a lot easier. And just always think, you think you can, you know you can.
Awesome, awesome. And what I want to talk about is the show. And for me, that's my number one priority above anything else. I do this full time because I really want to make it work. And every time I look at our journey from where we started, Jamel, at Minnehaha Recording Studios on the 20th of July, 2023, that little cramped space.
Oh yeah, I
And when
remember.
I, and when I think about the fact that on the 1st of August, we'll have our own space.
There was I remember all too well. There was lots of middle fingers that day going back and forth.
But, looking back at those shows, which I rebroadcast on the 4th of July, I saw that when we're live, there's a chemistry that you can't recreate through what we do virtually here. Although this is convenient, and it really helps with us doing the show weekly for our filming and other things we're doing. It's going to really help for us to be in our own space. And compared to the Minnehaha Recording Studios, we're going to have a lot of space for moving around. And I can't wait to do a walk through the space. But I wanted to, we're going to do our Bible bracket in a little bit, but there are some bracket jumpers. And these are projects and things that I've worked on in the past where I already have materials. And there are two that I want to talk about as we start the show. The first one is Dateline, a stage reading. That's a play I wrote with two other playwrights quite a while back when I was living in Washington, D.C. It's all about online dating.
Oh my God.
Circa, have you ever heard of 976 Date? Back before all the streaming apps.
Yeah, that's when you pick up the phone and you try to give out your information of what you are and what you like, and so that you could try to match yourself up with someone and you're listening to their voice on the other side. That whole thing. Yeah. Press 9 if you want to talk to this person.
Yes. For men, there was a cost involved, but for women, it was free.
It was free.
So
Yeah.
976 is all about dating before the apps. And I wrote this play with two co-writes who were happily married. I was single at the time, and I was actually using 976 Date because I had just moved back to Washington, D.C., didn't know anybody. Most of the people I went to high school with, I went to a school for performing arts. Most of those people, they were already out doing their thing. So I went on 976 Date, and that play, Dateline, is all about 976 Date adventures. And it was great to write it. It was great to stage it. And it was great at that stage reading to get the feedback from the audience that I incorporated into the new version of the play that we will do as a stage reading.
Yeah, they were promoting that phone Dateline service so, I want to say, digitally, that it was on TV, it was on radio. I mean, you literally, it was just there. It was right there. you're hearing live conversations. It's like, okay, so this is how it works, huh? And if you don't want to talk to that person anymore, like you can press this button and then it will go away. And it's like,
So it was like a tender, but on the phone.
correct.
On the
It was
That's great.
a phone blind date, pretty much.
Yep. It was awesome. It was a great way to sort of meet people and break through the, sort of some of the social awkwardness that can happen.
Yeah.
Now, our next bracket jumper. Go ahead, Jamel. What was that?
I said, I'm sure there was a lot of social awkwardness in that.
Actually, it was a lot of fun. I have zero complaints.
But see, I also heard that there were guys pretending to be women to get on the thing for free, doing all that jazz too. Oh yeah, my friends told me everything.
Well, guess what? That wasn't my experience, but maybe that can be Dateline Part 2. We can talk about that. So Katie, what are your thoughts on our latest bracket jumper, Dateline?
It could be interesting. I can also see like there's a lot playing with, especially with that topic. I have experience with online dating, so I think it would be something fun. We could get something good out of it for sure. A lot of entertainment.
Absolutely. It was very entertaining, and I'm packaging the previous stage reading right now so that people will be able to watch it in parts. And then we'll do another stage reading in a local Minneapolis community so that we can update it for, based on the suggestions I got from the first stage reading.
Yeah.
Now, our next bracket jumper is Dragonfly Nation, my story to tell. Yeah. When I got out of the military, one of the first things I did was I worked as a music producer. Now, when you work as a music producer, one of the things that happens is you work with bands a lot. I don't know if you, Jamel, or you, Katie, have ever worked with bands.
I've been in a band.
Right. Well, I write songs.
Not this one time at band camp, though.
But I worked with a band, and I worked with, as a songwriter, I worked with another songwriter, and together we formed the band Dragonfly Nation. And we put in the time, the effort, the energy to record an album. We did 2 live shows with another band called Bittersweet Manics. This was in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And as I listen to the music all the time, even now. And as one of the producers, although I can't release the music commercially, I can show off what we were able to accomplish, and I can recreate Dragonfly Nation and build a new Dragonfly Nation. But in the meantime, even the music on this graphic that I show is from those recording sessions. So another bracket jumper that we will be adding to the mix is Dragonfly Nation. Oh, my story to tell, because I do have a story to tell.
Katie, a little bit more about me. I grew up a little bit in Virginia.
What was that? What was that, Jamel?
I grew up a little bit in Virginia.
Really?
Yeah.
What part?
Norfolk.
Norfolk, Virginia. Wow.
Yeah.
So
I lived there a while too.
And also Newport News.
Oh, I've been to Newport News, Virginia.
And guess where I was in Newport News?
Say again?
And I said I was in the projects in Newport News.
Well, I was on a military base in Newport News. So, yeah, I wanted to talk about those bracket jumpers because, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add those to the mix. And those two things, I have all the pieces in place for the DP to be able to immediately package them so that we can use them on our Patreon and other places where, we sort of ask for people to support us. So that's my check-in. But I want to once again say to you, Clint, to Clint, who's not here, to you, Jamel, who is here, and to you, Katie, I just want to say happy anniversary. Especially as we prepare to move into our own space, as we prepare for that next step. What were you saying, Jamel?
I was just speaking in Spanish. I'm good.
Okay. So, moving on with the show, we come to another.